All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a fun one. If you haven't seen, if you live under a rock, S650 tuning is officially out, and my little brother right here has one that is pretty much full bolt-on. Cooks long tube headers, cat delete, exhaust. So other than that, he just needs E85 and a tune. So we're about to go get some E85. We're gonna go over to Andrew Mustang Lifestyle's house, and he's gonna tune this thing on the 85, 93, see if it makes a significant pickup on the 85. Yeah, it's time to see what these things can make with a little bit of modifications. I have already seen Andrew tune one that was just bone stock. This one is not bone stock. So we've got the headers, cat delete. That should give us, my guess is like 445 on 93, 445 on 93, maybe 460-ish, 465 on the 85. So plan is to get to like a quarter tank at 93. Andrew's gonna tune the car on 93. Switch the car over to E85, tune the car on E85, compare the dyno sheets, and just, I guess based on your preference, is it a big enough gain to keep it on E85? All right, we just pulled up to the gas station. We're gonna get about 10, 12 gallons of E85. Harry's gonna put a little fuel in there.
You say we're, are you paying for this shit?
Pay for the car, bitch. Yeah, shut your little ass up.
Whatever.
All right, we just loaded up 11.3 gallons of E85. We got that in the 2 tanks in the back. 11 gallons, rest is 93. You got to make a decision, Harry. So really, really think about it, truly. Unless you're wanting to be riding around with tanks of E85 all the time. We made it to the Mustang Lifestyle compound.
Ready to make some horsepowers?
So, we need Burble tune, ghost cam, flame kit, anything that can make it more ricer. That's the plan here.
Well, you don't have a tuning device, so we don't want to get too crazy with the Burble because you always get annoyed. It's cool at first, but then like later on you're like, this is annoying.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking, see what she does on 93.
Yep.
See what she does on the 85.
Oh, drift brake.
Yeah, we do have that. And then,
what's up? I'm Andrew.
If it makes enough
See you on the
power,
internet. Yeah.
If it makes enough power on the 85, keep it. What was your number?
465.
He said if it makes more than 465, he'll keep it. E85, if it makes less, he'll stay 93.
If it's anything like Gen 3s, it'll make like 470, 480. I saw you did all this carbon fiber for weight reduction.
Oh, I see, because I thought it looked cool, but I need a reason to get you to stop hating on.
This is probably heavier than stock.
Probably.
Because carbon fiber is lighter, but you usually have to reinforce it so much so it doesn't flex in half.
Yes, Andrew.
470, 480 on the E85.
470, 480. Would you be happy with that? Would you be content with that?
480 I might pay you, 470.
All right, well, we have good news. There has been some issues with the cars not unlocking. We're unlocked, we're good. Read the stock file. So gonna get some baseline 93 numbers, see what she makes. But apparently 93 is pretty dialed in on these, so it may not pick up a ton.
Yeah, and the knock sensors work really well. They learn to the octane level. That's why the E30 works so well. They add timing up to 25 degrees on the stock tune, which is pretty rowdy.
That is pretty rowdy. Let me ask you this. If, worst case scenario, it's on E85 tune, runs out of E85, can't find a station.
You can throw a little like 93 in to get it somewhere else, you know, or you can pick up an MPVI and then, you know, you can have some tunes like ready to switch out.
To be able to switch to 93. 421.
Stock tune.
Stock tune.
That's pretty good.
421 stock tune.
So in third, we made 416, 363.
416, 363.
Cars also have like a weird like learned knock table that's not added into HB yet. So like the more you drive them, the more timing they add in on like 93. And then when you flash it, you basically reset that table out. So
okay.
Yeah. But we're gonna make another one and see if it picks up anything. 'Nothing substantial yet.
I hear that? I heard 8,000 RPM. That I heard.
Yeah, it wants to pull the timing out that it learned before. So, oh, and the ECU freaked out. I gotta clear the codes.
Well, as suspected, these things are super dialed in on 93. So we're gonna go ahead and switch it over to E85. See what it does. Should be low enough on fuel now, so we're gonna add 11 gallons of E85, see what she makes. Adding in the corn, like 12 gallons of it. Probably be not full E85 because there was 93 in it, but at least like E65. I mean, raise the limiter 8,000 now, so you can rev it out to 8,000. If it makes like 465, 470 at 8,000 RPM,
second gear full is
a lot of power. Question is, does this give you a pass for the racer mods? Since you're adding a little bit of power.
To run it out.
Get the 93 out of the system.
Yeah, because the fuel trims haven't changed yet. The fuel trims are still pulling 10%. But we backed up the original 421. We'll do a third gear rip. As soon as this starts adding short terms, it means the E85's in there. Then we can put the E85 tune in. Yeah, you can see just a little bit of gains down low. You know, nothing crazy, but we do now have 8,000 RPM in, you know, obviously third gear.
It's gonna feel very weird revving it out to 8,000.
I'm gonna have to go in the system and change my little my shift light.
So now he's gonna cook up 85 tune. That was still on 93 just to get the 93 out of the system. To where when he switches over to E85, it can actually add more timing, because you can still detect in the fueling that there's 93 in the line.
is still like mixing in.
Let's go.
Definitely picked up power so far. It's just lower than we would expect.
Yikes, yeah.
Dang it.
May have a dud on our hands. The car is not making as much as we expected. Literally a week ago, we had a stock car in here, stock cats, everything like that, had, you know, headers, everything. It was a bone stock car, made 459 on the E85. This is also a stick car, performance pack, making like 440.
Lambda's right where it's supposed to be. Fuel trims are only pulling like 5%. So, looks good. We should probably let it cool. I think it'll pick up power, but it's not gonna be picking up 20 wheel.
Well, we made a discovery. Because I sold the twin turbo kit that was on this car to my buddy, we swapped the stock parts. His still had the carbon traps, so we still have the carbon traps in. You could make a little more power, maybe. I don't want to get your hopes up. So this is what was holding us in. So I'd already pulled it on the stock one when I first got this car, picked up 8-wheel horsepower, but like I said, I swapped these with my buddy when I sold the twin turbo kit, and he had not pulled his carbon traps. So maybe we'll pick up more. I don't have crazy hope, but should pick up a little bit. It's just restriction for nothing.
Not his excited face.
446.
Hey, we picked up 2-wheel horsepower.
Let's go.
We cracked the code. 4-wheel horsepower. We cracked the code.
Wow.
It was the carbon traps.
That is more.
Yeah, I didn't bring the vet today because I knew if we threw it on after, it'd just be embarrassing for the Ford stuff. All right, well, if you're leaving with, like, you know, sub 500, you at least have to leave with a Burble tune. Fully embrace the rice at this point. Do you have any of those little clips that clip to the exhaust that whistle?
Oh, we can get some.
What are you thinking here?
446. Okay, so we baselined it. We made more power. I mean, we just did Jordan's car last week, pretty similar conditions. I mean, it's hot, but this car has long tube headers, and we were expecting it to make, you know, 20 horsepower more than Jordan's, but it's a little on the low side. We know it has a heavy wheel and tire, you know, compared to
have a 20. The other
Jordan's car.
Stock,
not making excuses. I mean, the timing curve looks great. It's a nice ramp into 30 degrees. You know, it's nothing crazy. Like, it's not like we're trying to set the world on fire with like 34, which I don't even think is reasonable on an NA car. But
so
it's
Burble tune.
Burble tune. It's got 8,000 RPM now. Runs great. You know, and maybe we just need to throw a boost at it.
Let's hear the Burbles.
Oh, that's funny. Way too much. That's awesome right there. That is so bad.
Yo, can I get a tune extra VQ, please?
Is that good?
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
Oh my god. You like that?
Holy fuck. I like it because I cannot wait to get hate on the internet. It fuels me. Yeah, that's awesome.
I love it so much.
Does it pain you to do this?
Yes. On E85.
421 to 446 by switching to E. Yeah, they're gonna try and make 1200 or something on this GT500 next. I feel bad that they gotta follow up that. I mean, that's gonna be a tough one to beat. S650 with a VQ special. All right, Harry's, see ya. Harry's leaving with his freshly tuned S650. Thoughts, a little bummed on the power. How much does a VQ tune make up for it though?
We're about to figure out. My ears were covered in there, so
it's gonna be a little
in a
obnoxious.
second.
So I say first you do the VQ-ness, so like you get it up maybe like second gear around, you know, 5,000–6,000 RPM, let off and let it just crackle. And then
we do like a little second gear 60 roll.
yeah, at least get the, like you can't do them both at the same time. So get the feel for the crackles first, and then maybe we'll see the power difference. Get it up to like 5K, 6K and let off.
In third?
Second, put it in second. Get it up to like 5,500, 6,000, let off.
Holy shit! They're gonna hate me at the car meets.
Higher gear, lower RPM, tone down, doesn't pop. So basically you can be the VQ guy when you want, and you can be not be the VQ guy when you don't want to be.
Besides when I go to race somebody, then I'm cooked.
Well, yeah, if you win, they can't really say anything about your pop and bang tune. You're like, yeah, how does it sound being behind me? If you lose and you have the pop and bang tune, that's a tough one. You can take a left, rip it.
From first, you think?
Whatever you think. Fucking.
Should we start at like 30 probably?
Just start like right here.
Already missed our first gear.
How do you miss second?
Oh my god.
Let it ride out. You didn't even let it get to 8K.
From 60.
No.
It's faster, for sure. That was the best $200 I've ever spent in my life.
Best $200 you've ever spent in your life?
By far.
Ready? Yep. Run it up to 8.
Oh my god.
Feel free to take it out of fourth at any time, man. Okay, alright.
So the Burble tune,
Yep.
we started out at minus 10 degrees.
Okay.
So on some cars, it's a little aggressive, but not that crazy. That was way too aggressive.
It's pretty aggressive.
So then we went down to 2 degrees on diesel fuel shut off off, so it runs at 10 lambda, and that was 2 degrees. So the question is, do we go to like 5 degrees, which will be a mild less than that, or like 10, which I think will be a pretty, soft burble. It'll burble, but not like crazy pop cannons.
Your car, your call.
Just do the 5.
We're doing the 5.
We're doing the 5.
Heard it here first, folks.
Harry, I do want to add that if you had any other tuner that you were having dial in your Burble, they would be absolutely roasting you to the max.
Dial in the burbles.
Harry is partially growing up in the car community. I mean, he's still doing the burbles, but he doesn't want it as crazy as it was. So toning down the burbles is step one in recovery from being a burble tune guy. It's better. I don't know any other tuner that would dial in your burbles. All right, before you guys go crazy in the comments, which you still do kind of have a right to, because he did not get rid of the burble tune, he got it turned down a little bit. All right, need to see if the burbles are better, up to par with your expectations. All right, well, I thought it was going to be less than that, but you're still a VQ guy.
Yeah, it's still a lot, for sure. What the fuck? I was shifting upwards.
It's a lot more toned down. Get a little baby one, little baby head.
It doesn't even really pop like it did at all. I mean, honestly, basically, just got it taken off. Sounds like it did before.
Definitely did not sound like this before, and if it did, you have a problem. But, so you can behave and then it doesn't do anything. Well, Harry, what do you think? About to head back on your main voyage all the way back to Georgia, 8 hours.
I think we'll make it. I said I wasn't going to keep it on E85, but didn't make 465.
And now
didn't make 465, and it is still on E85.
Right! We get it!
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
All right, drive home. See ya. Well, fellas, there you have it. Harry's S650 tuned to his liking. Again, I've learned in the car community, there are gonna be some things you like, some things you don't like. As long as it's your car and you like it, you know, people are gonna do what they wanna do. I have a burble tune on the R8, I have a burble tune on the C6, so I can't really talk much. I'm glad he toned it down a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. You guys have been going crazy with the support lately. I really do appreciate it. That is gonna wrap up today's video. Hopefully here soon I can get my Mustang back. I'm so tired of not having Stangry here. But hopefully here in a couple weeks, Stangry will be back at home with the rest of the fleet for the first time in 2 years. It's gonna wrap up today's video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.